Hello, Ranger Nation. This is Josh Masonheimer sitting alongside Todd Jones for the first season of Ranger Rundown for the 2026 football, volleyball, spring sports, fall sports year.
Fall sports, yeah.
Fall sports.
Well, we can jump ahead if you want to, but I'd rather take it one season at a time.
I'm ready for it to cool off a little bit.
I
feel like our glisten is going to turn into me sweating through my shirt here very shortly. So
that's why I wore the hat. To keep the shine from the sweat off the dome from messing up the camera.
Todd, I thought maybe you didn't get a haircut, so you're wearing a hat.
Well, there's not much hair. There's not much hair to cut, my friend.
Somebody laughed on the haircut joke.
Josh, I'm feeling like it's a high society night tonight. We've got school board members, small business owners, retired principals, and Andy Watzel. So, kind of feeling like we're rubbing elbows with the important people here.
I did hear his laugh.
Yeah,
very unique.
It is there. I pick on Andy. Andy's a good guy.
Absolutely.
No matter what Reese says about him when he's not around.
Todd, it's been a little while since we've done this. Obviously, Rooster's backyard. If you haven't come down and seen the new add-on, they kind of stuck us in a new spot, so we can maybe be a little more wild than normal, I guess.
Yeah, I mean we're kind of out here.
Is
a
that
little
the
bit.
point?
Well, I think we got maybe a little too loud and a little rambunctious, and
right.
They kind of segregated us out here from away from the real crowd of people that's paying. But it's great to be back out here. I think our banter's maybe a little bit not as well oiled as it usually is, but we'll break that and get it ready to go by the time that important stuff starts happening.
We'll get better as it goes.
Yeah.
What do we got tonight?
So rolling around to this new year, Josh, season 4, episode 1. If you're keeping track, of how long we've been doing this. We're gonna have we're just gonna talk to some coaches tonight. We don't have any player interviews. That's gonna pick up heading into next week. But we've got a brand new coach here at Greenwood, our cheer coach, Coach Snuggs. She's going to start the program off. We're going to talk to her about the cheerleading season. We're going to follow that up with cross country. Hopefully, Coach Robinson and Coach Thompson both will be here. There's a chance one of them might not because of a booster club meeting. So we're going to have to maybe adjust on the fly. I think hopefully you can keep up with me.
It's a long run from here to the school.
It is. Well, they should be in shape. Maybe not Coach Robinson, but Coach Thompson can make that run, I bet. Volleyball, Coach Long's going to be here, and then we're going to wrap things up football with Coach Hill.
We're ready.
Man, Josh, how hot is it?
Oh, Todd, it's so hot.
Man, it's August hot in West Texas. Crank up the AC, grab a drink, because it's Ranger Rundown time.
The Rundown, covering Greenwood sports. The Rundown, giving our athletes support. The Rundown, showing their quest for gold. The Rundown, where team stories are told. The Rundown, putting a face to the names. Our GHS athletes playing the game. Ranger Rundown, I think you all know. Ranger Rundown, hands up and let's go. Ranger Rundown, can you feel the flow? Ranger Rundown, let's get to the show.
And welcome back to the Ranger Rundown. First of all, we're sitting next to the new cheer coach, Kendall Suggs. Welcome. Coach Suggs is first year stepping into this role for Greenwood, and we're excited to have you.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited.
Are you a little bit nervous getting here?
Just a little bit. I mean, you don't know what to expect.
Coach Hill really didn't give you any advance warning, did he? He just said, hey, you're going to go on here, talk to a couple of goofy guys, and that's all he said, right?
He said, here's your questions. I didn't know if we were sitting down just me and y'all chatting or the whole production. So
the whole world's watching us.
Yeah, I got busy talking to the boyfriend.
We're the fiance, yes.
The fiance. Sorry, sir.
He's hanging
Didn't know
out.
that.
Yeah.
Here to support.
Also terrible with names, so I can't remember your first name, but we'll go.
That's Barrett.
Yes, and we're live to the millions of people that watch this.
Millions
every
and millions.
week.
Shout
Millions.
out.
Yes.
Millions.
No, Coach Suggs, we appreciate you stopping by, kicking off this first episode of the season. You ready to get started?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
All right, first shot, maybe a little bit of a background historically, and then how you wound up at Greenwood.
Sure. So started out, I actually worked in government contracting for a while. Wasn't my speed. Got into teaching, started coaching. I've cheered for my entire life, coached All-Star for a bit. And so cheerleading has definitely been my entire life for a very long time, whether that's an athlete, coach. Had about 2 years coaching before coming to Greenwood. Got hired on as a teacher first, and then Hill said, hey, let's chat about you becoming the head coach in July. So here we are.
Quick turnaround.
Yeah,
Yeah?
for sure.
So I think you're a West Texas girl,
Yes, sir.
right? Yeah.
Lubbock.
Grew up in Lubbock.
Yeah.
Went to school at,
I went to Friendship High School and then to Texas Tech, cheered there for a bit.
can you say that again?
Texas Tech.
Texas Tech?
Yes,
the Red
sir.
Raiders? Yes.
Of course.
We ready for that national championship this year?
Of course.
Rolling that college football playoffs? Yes, ma'am.
I actually was there when we dominated just about everything in 2019.
I was there when we did not.
We were horrible at everything.
I remember University of Miami rolling in my freshman
yeah.
year, and that was a nightmare. But
It ebbs and flows, you know.
I'm starting
It's
to
challenging.
get some PTSD going.
Yeah.
Coach, tell us a little about the summer that the girls had, and kind of the prep work that gets involved in getting ready for cheer season.
Yeah, absolutely. So starting off in July, we had our mini cheer camp where there's hundreds of little tiny girls running around for 3 days. We try to teach them a few things. And at the end, they get to show their parents everything they've learned. So that's really, really fun to watch our girls.
You've got to love that, right?
Oh, it's amazing. It's my favorite. They're so sweet. And watching the girls be leaders is really, really cool too. So really loved that. We had our choreography camp for state over the summer as well. 2 very, very long days. Those girls worked incredibly hard. And now they know all their material for state. So time to put in the work for sure.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
Coach Snuggs, in the short amount of time you've been here, who's maybe stepped up in more of a leadership role that you weren't expecting?
So Brighton for sure has been an incredible leader through and through. She has done every little thing, coming up with ideas, making things happen, planning things. And she's our captain, so I kind of expected that from her, but she's truly been my right-hand woman getting things done. A few other people, Maddie Robertson, really, really great leader, very kind leader, but still knows how to get things done. A few other girls that just off the top of my head, Colby, Bliss, Andrea, those younger girls who aren't necessarily seniors, but still get those younger girls where they need to be and be guiding them every single day. I've noticed those 3 for sure.
Okay. All right.
Really killing it.
I know when they go to camp, there's accolades and stuff like that, and we kind of go over those, each year. What are some of the team and personal accolades earned during some of these summer camps?
So varsity had the top cheer and top band chant out of the whole camp, which there's hundreds of girls that go to those camps. There's multiple different teams, so that's a really big accomplishment for them. JV also had top team chant and cheer. Our mascot, Emma, was best character mascot and most creative mascot, which is really cool because we don't always have a mascot here at Greenwood. And she came in guns blazing, like ready to go. So that was
Had to
really
have
cool.
been like hot yesterday.
Oh my gosh, she was dying. We had those towels around her neck. I would tell her to go take off her hat for a little bit, and she was such a trooper. She really
was.
pushed through it. Last few things are All-American girls. When I say All-American, that's when out of the entire camp, everybody who gets nominated to try out for All-American, it's a select few girls. They try out. That doesn't mean they make it, but they achieve a certain score to reach that All-American. We had a lot of girls that were nominated, but Brighton, Kinsley Luter, Andrea, Colby, and Emma were the 5 that actually received that award.
Okay.
So that was really, really cool.
Oh, that is cool. Okay.
Yeah, it's really incredible. It's like an all-around sort of thing. They're not just good at one thing. They're good at everything.
Is it
So,
unique to only have 5 from one team?
Extremely. Usually it's probably like 1, maybe 2.
Okay.
So Greenwood definitely.
I think we kind of have a little bit of a history of multiple awards. It seems like we
Yeah.
maybe we're just accustomed to that excellence that's run through that cheerleading program that we expect you to name 3, 4, 5 girls. So
For sure.
good to know that we're running at the highest level of competition. So that's
Yeah.
good.
Sure.
It's good too that it's not just, the leaders or the highest performing. It's the girls that are maybe sophomores, juniors that are still pulling that too. So it's really cool to watch them.
Interesting.
Well, Kendall, it seems like every year we have a cheer coach on, and I learn a little bit more about cheer. It's not just basketball games, football games. There's a whole lot more that goes into it. So as far as scheduling goes for the year, what does that look like for you?
It's crazy. Let me just start by saying that it's crazy because we, start in the summer. Well, we actually start in March when they try out for the next year's team. So we go through March, we go through a few camps throughout the summer, and then school starts where we start developing all of our pep rallies. We start practicing for those. But in the meantime, we're cheering at volleyball, we're cheering at football, multiple different games a week, appearances like Meet the Rangers, things like that we have to develop things for. But our biggest thing, our main thing that we focus on throughout the year is our state routine. So when we get that, when we're not doing all of this game prep and pep rally prep, it's focused on state. So that's something that we really, really work on throughout the year, and that comes in January. So we have a little bit of time, but we are very good at managing that time as well because we have so many hats that we wear within cheer.
Yeah. Coach, you mentioned the state meet, right? And that's kind of one of the big things that everyone, that we're around recognize kind of deal. And I know that's not the only thing, but what expectations do you have for your squad this year after seeing them and working with them the last month or 6 weeks?
Well, I just want to start by saying these girls are truly the most incredibly coachable group I've ever worked with, hands down. Expectation here is mainly to just grow as a program. They've been so close for so many years that I really just want them to get that taste of winning. And so winning is my expectation, of course. My expectation is not just to get first place, but that's to work every single day towards that trophy. They have it in them too. Like they have that mindset. They're coming in every single day like, let's get this done. What do you need me to do? Let's do it.
That's good.
So I really feel like they're capable of that and it's within their grasp. That's my expectation.
Good.
Yeah.
I like to shoot for the stars.
Kendall, I don't want to bore anybody talking about government contracts. I'm sure that's wildly
No fun.
Entertaining. Yeah.
More than likely. So how about maybe just so far, what's the best thing about coaching this year?
I mean, the community itself has been such a blessing to me. The welcoming spirit that everybody has had. I mean, I come in and on day 2, I'm meeting people for lunch. I'm figuring out all these different ins and outs of what I need to do over the summer and trying to figure out, who I reach out to for what. And every single person has been such a positive light. So I'm just really, really grateful for that community and that welcomeness that I received. The connectedness is really, really incredible here. So I've loved that from the beginning.
We understand if this is not the pinnacle, but
right, yeah, for sure.
Maybe a close second.
It's
like
pretty
Coach Long.
close. It's very close.
And you kind of answered this question. I was going to say, what is something about being in Greenwood that has kind of stood out to you? So you kind of covered that. So we can go on to the best part of the segment, which is the rapid fire questions.
Oh, gosh.
Are you ready for the rapid fire question?
Can I say one more thing about that question?
Oh, yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So I've noticed this recently. The girls, with us developing our first pep rally, I have some crazy idea in my head, and I'm like, do y'all think y'all could do that, or do we need to wire that down? Like, we can try something else. And they're like, no, you tell us what to do, we'll do it. And that just goes into showing that they're, like I said, the most coachable group ever. They're incredible. Even if they don't know something right off the bat, they're like, hey, what do I need to do? What can I do to make this better? And I love that about them. I truly do. And I'll say, they're so focused. They're so challenged. They're so ready. And it's a blessing, truly. It's amazing.
Well,
that's cool.
Their mindset is amazing.
Can't wait to see what you guys can put together and how you guys do it during your competition, stuff like that. Look forward to having you back on with the state championship trophy. Right?
And watch us January 13th through 16th.
Bring it in, set it right here.
January
Right here.
13th through 16th.
You heard it. That's almost a guarantee.
Show up, show out.
All right, here we go. Rapid fire. You ready?
No.
Oh, she's
Yep,
ready.
she's ready. She's ready. I can see it.
This is the best part.
What is the best thing for breakfast?
I'm going to go with avocado toast. Call me crazy. With a little bit of hot sauce.
Okay, well, hot sauce makes everything better.
Everything.
What is your favorite color?
Green.
Green.
Mm-hmm.
I would not have expected. Did you know that? I would not have expected green to be.
Of course he knew that.
Not like a lime green. Like a nice green. A
All
pretty
right.
one.
Favorite food?
Ooh.
Stumped her.
The first thing that comes to
Avocado
my mind
toast.
is Mashed potatoes?
Okay.
I don't know
like
why.
loaded
Mashed
mashed
potatoes.
potatoes?
It's probably not my first thing that I would ever order, but like it was the first thing in my head.
Like
so
smooth or kind of chunky?
Oh, smooth.
Okay.
1000%.
Lots of butter. That's the key. All right. What's your favorite type of music?
You know, I'm an 80s hairband kind of girl.
Did you say
but-
hairband?
Hairbands.
Okay.
My dad.
Another hair joke. I like it.
Well,
Yes, but
My
now
dad
we're
had me
talking.
growing up
Now
on
we're
that.
talking some
Yeah.
serious stuff.
She,
yeah.
she looked at your hat when she said it.
the
Yeah.
baldness. You
Guns
sad
N'
about it?
Roses, stuff like that. Yeah. All right. Love it. All right. Would you rather run a mile or take an ice bath for 20 minutes?
Run a mile.
All right.
Can you take an ice bath for 20 minutes?
Well, I don't know. I just came up with the number off the
Okay.
top of my head. It really shouldn't have been
Mentally,
that long.
probably not.
Is that a thing?
Physically, no.
Maybe we'll cut it back to 5 minutes. Right. A mile or 5
You know
minutes.
That's a long time in an ice bath.
I really wanted someone to pick run a mile. All right. If you were to star in the next movie in this franchise, would you rather star in the next Marvel movie or the next Barbie movie?
Marvel immediately.
What?
Really? Okay.
I had dibs on Barbie.
Who's the best Marvel character?
Any of the Avengers. I really like Thor. I think he's their strongest
I thought you
soldier.
might go with the Hulk.
He's okay.
Yeah, okay.
I think he's a little bit of a sissy sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, especially when he's the scientist.
No judgment for the Hulk.
All right. Finish this sentence for me, Coach. Last one. I am afraid of.
Write this down, Barrett.
I don't know. Let me think about it for a second. Y'all chat about something.
Well, that's the last thing.
That is it.
Oh.
We're hanging on a
What's something
ending
easy?
on a cliffhanger.
Okay.
Spiders, snakes, frogs,
Moldy food.
moldy food.
I don't like that.
Okay.
Why is it moldy? Why does it get all fluffy?
That's disgusting. I don't know.
It's old. I
But
think,
your
I think
your
it's
normal
old.
answer would be what? Spiders, snakes,
No, for me,
germs?
I'm afraid of my wife. So
Gotta be a
that's-
little fearful.
that's what
right?
well, she's you.
She runs this place.
When you meet her, you'll know what I'm saying. Maybe Kelly Brooks. Might be afraid of her a little bit too.
Okay, that checks out too.
If she asks
We love
you
you,
to
though.
do something, maybe do it. See?
Co-
Okay.
Coach Nugs, thanks for coming in. We really appreciate your time, and I for standing up here being first. I know we picked on you a little bit by making you do that, but it's all in good fun, kind of like being part of Greenwood that you mentioned. But really do wish you the best. Look forward to seeing what you can do with the girls, and ready for you to come back up here at the end of January. Bring your trophy.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
That was fun.
All right, up next, we've got Coach Robinson and Coach Thompson to talk a little bit about some cross country. Stay with us. And welcome back to the Ranger Rundown, hosted by Rooster's Backyard. Now we've got.
Oh, that was nicely done.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Yeah, that was nice.
You could have told me afterwards.
I didn't even write that down. That was nicely
Okay,
done.
yeah.
Good segue. That's impressive.
We're getting better as we go.
Okay, here we go.
First episode of the year. Here we go. Now we're sitting down with a pair of top-notch cross-country coaches. We've got Scott Robinson starting his 6th year at Greenwood, and then Coach Thompson. What? Did you give me another number other than 6? Listen, I had the question on the math. I questioned one math.
Are you sure 6?
This is 7. He's saying 7. See, I saw it out of the corner of my eye. Coach Robinson starting
It
his
is 7.
7th year.
7, yeah.
And Coach Thompson starting her
Fourth.
4th. That sounded like a question, but
Been a
we had
minute.
4th on the sheet. So I'm going to have to question your skills there. Anyway, we're talking about cross country. Take it away.
So we appreciate you guys stopping by, spending some time with us, talking about the 2026 season. Y'all ready to get started?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Some of us is more ready than the others, but go ahead, Josh.
All right, Coach Robinson, you've got a little more tenure here. So talk about some expectations for 2026 for the boys.
Well, for the boys, we're trying to break back through, get back into the regional round. Pretty excited about it. They're looking pretty strong. We got a couple of freshmen that have joined us this year that look strong. Plus, we've had a really good returning upper group right there that's going to make it all come together. I really am pretty excited about them. But definitely regional level. That's what we're looking for, and looking to try to get Jack and Hunter's trying to stay with him. And they're really pushing. They want that state level. So let's see if they can knock the door down.
They have a goal in sight.
They do.
Okay.
They do.
So, Coach, I think you mentioned them, but who your kind of top performers coming back? I know everyone's heard Jack Ledford's name over the years. At least I have.
Yes.
Paying attention to him the last few years. This is his senior year, is that?
Junior.
Junior year. Okay, junior. So one more year after this.
Yeah,
So who are your top returners?
And then we got Hunter Robinson. He came in and joined us towards the end last year, and then he's really stepped up. I mean, he looks great. And Kyler Rivas, he is really driven, and he wants to be up there with Jack, and he's not far back. I mean, the kid works hard, so I think that's going to be a really good push on those three right there, and then the rest we're really pushing on those freshmen to kind of fill the rest of the gaps there.
Yeah. I don't think it's your mic. I don't think it's the mic position. I think it's something else. But
Coach Thomas.
Yeah, maybe a setting we'll get figured out. Coach, I'll never forget, last year we came in talking about Ledford and how he runs like 34, 36 miles a week. Is that still the same? Has he increased that at all?
I think he took him a little break, which was good. He needed that a little bit. But, he puts in so many miles. He doubles whatever we give him. So,
It's 70 miles.
there's no telling what he's actually
Oh,
doing.
my gosh. Okay.
I mean, he's a workhorse.
I was way off.
Yeah, he's he always showed up. His 7th grade year, he showed up, and he'd take off, and all the varsity boys were like, "What is going on there?"
Yeah.
Trying to keep up with him, and he just keeps on going.
So I know we've started summer workouts. How did that go leading up to the beginning of the season?
It was good. Last year I felt like we went out strong, but I think I started them a little early. We kind of toasted out towards the end a little bit, and we had some good showings, but tried to push it back just a little bit this year, let them be a little more fresh as we get closer to that district. And I feel like they really look good right now, boys and girls. They look great.
Yeah.
Well, you talk about peaking a little bit early. Obviously, you want to peak at the very end.
Right.
But when you look at this year's schedule, what does that look like, and when do you really want to see your kids start to peak?
Well, everything we put on schedule is really solid, and this week is really a good challenge. Brownwood, man, the girls' side, it's loaded, really loaded. And the boys, there'll be a ton of boys. So, that's going to be a good measuring stick for us there, but it just keeps building. We've got a couple of Lubbock meets that are going to build towards that regional race, and with that being our expectation, we want to see that happen. We didn't put them back in the mountains this year. Kind of wanted to, but we just didn't do it. That time frame didn't work out. So I think they were pretty happy.
Not running in the mountains, I'd be very happy not
It
running
was
in the mountains.
great, though. Let me tell you.
Yeah, there's 2 meets this week, correct?
There's 2 this week.
That's right.
It's something new this year for UAL's allowing. So this is going to be our first chance to see how the legs handle running on Wednesday and then turn around and run on Saturday. It'll be interesting. I don't know. We'll see.
I know one kid real excited about
He is
it.
very excited. I tell you that.
Super excited. He gets pretty amped up real easily. Coach, what's the favorite thing about being part of the Greenwood community for you?
I like how they have high expectations of their kid to compete, and they'll give you whatever resources you need. They're great about that. I love that more than anything. I love how they're just behind those kids and want to push them. They're not coddling them. They're pushing them, and I like that. So they want to win just like I do.
Yes, sir.
That's one of the things I've always appreciated about you, Coach Robinson.
Let's go win something.
And it's not just that I want to win. It's I want to win as bad as I possibly can.
That's right.
Yeah, Coach, what do you look forward to the most? Heading into cross country season.
I just love being around those kids. They're just great. It's just makes my day exciting. It's a lot of fun. Just watch them laugh, watch them cry. Makes me happy either way. It's just great. But to be able to see them, have that drive to try to reach regionals, to try to be a district champion or try to be state, and see that drive and see it come to fruition. I just love
Maybe
it.
more smiles than cries. Maybe.
Oh, definitely more.
Okay,
Definitely.
Just wanted to clarify that for you.
That's a movie reference, in case anybody was wondering.
Isn't it?
What movie?
Training Day. Anyway,
Love
I don't
it.
know if we can say
That's a
it.
great one.
Smiles and cries.
Yeah, don't get us. in
Let's
trouble.
move on to Coach Thompson.
Okay,
do it.
Coach Thompson sat next to us.
Coach Thompson, I'm not going to ask you the question that I'm supposed to, but
Okay.
does he let you take the four-wheeler?
The four-wheeler is out of commission right now. So, yeah. No, neither of us take it.
It's on the injured list.
So you
no.
run with the girls, and he rides in his car.
Well, not yet. The girls have suckered me in, and I'm going to run with them on Friday. So pray for me.
Wow.
Why do you think I don't run?
Well, you
Life,
should-
life without a four-wheeler.
I'd be confident racing you, Coach.
Hey, he was
I
running
would
at the
think-
meet last week, and the girls were like, "Whoa, Coach Robinson, we saw you flying."
This fat boy can move when he needs to.
You were running to the lunch line. That's what you were running to. I know. All right.
All right, real question for
Real
Coach
question.
Thompson. We talked about the boys' expectations for the 2026 cross-country season. How about on the girls' side?
Gosh, we've got a lot of depth and a lot of good returners and freshmen that are ready to step up to the plate. So I'm going to say it now. I think that the girls are ready to win a district championship and take it into hopefully running at Round Rock in November at state. So definitely got high expectations, and they can reach them. Very attainable.
What did they get last year? Second?
Second
second
behind
district.
Andrews. So Andrews and Seminole will give us a run for our money, but we've got a stacked season. This meet on Wednesday. I think Glen Rose will be there. They're in our region. Brownwood's in our region. Abilene Wiley will be there. Jim Ned. So we're definitely getting pushed. So very good for them.
Who are some of your returners, your top returners? Who are you leaning on to help carry that team?
Yeah, I've really got a lot, and I'm probably going to leave people off the list, which is a good problem to have. But got the greatest senior class. Got May Savage, Alyssa Barron, Briley Savage, Annabelle Driller. They bring the best culture, the best work ethic, and when you're running at 6 a.m. before the lights are even on, that's what makes it worth it. And then all the younger girls see that, and they're ready to fall in line too. So.
It's always good to have that lead by example group.
Oh yes, they are. They were freshmen when I first got here, and I've loved watching them.
'Cause I know both of you guys have seen it the other way.
Yes,
So having those seniors that really take that initiative is really helpful. So
yes, makes all the difference.
A little bit of leadership goes a long ways.
Yes, absolutely.
Coach, same question for you. As far as summer workouts goes for the girls, obviously they compete at different distances, but I don't believe the practices are any different from the girls versus the boys.
Nope,
How's practice going so far?
we treat them the same. It's been good. Slim on the injury. I'll knock on some wood. We've stayed pretty healthy, and gosh, their drive is just so impressive. Like they're always ready to go one more. Maybe not looking ready, but they're going to do whatever we ask of them, and so it's very impressive.
do you guys have the same schedule as the boys, or are y'all a little bit different, or y'all everywhere they go, y'all go?
Yes, I'm definitely
So you set up the schedule and he just piggybacked on it?
Yeah. Flip it around. I'm definitely learning from him. He's a great coach.
Your first year, right?
Yes.
Doing cross country?
Yes.
And I know I'm kind of stealing this a little bit, but my question is a little boring now since it's the same. What is the difference in coaching, a track team,
Yeah.
and then coaching cross country? What have you noticed it's a little bit different?
Well, you got all your distance girls together.
Well, there's no relays, right?
Yes,
Yes.
it's just I don't know. It's hard to describe because there's still a level of intensity. You're maybe not sprinting for 25 seconds or jumping 6 feet over a bar, but gosh, they can make 3 miles, 2 miles really intense. I'm booking it to yell at them. I'm like, oh my god,
How was the bar that you jumped over in high school?
not as high as anybody now.
So you went to state. You went to
God.
state. How high did you jump?
Well, at state, not good, but
Well, I mean, what's your PR?
5'5".
5'5"? Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yes.
And how tall are you? Like 6'3"?
Yeah, 6'4".
Yeah.
6'4" on a good day. 5'11". 5'11".
There's another joke I'm going to pass up on for the moment.
And I appreciate you doing that.
No, bring it. I'm ready. I'm ready. I
I'm kind of focused on the hair thing, and I'm over here sweating on you, so I apologize for that. Coach, being a former athlete for Greenwood and the coming back in the same program, are there any benefits there that you've noticed that maybe you didn't realize before you started coaching here?
Yeah, it's the same, but it's different. And not to downplay whatever was in the past, but I feel like the girls are so much tougher. The culture of hard work's still there, but they really just raise the ceiling every single year. And it's very fulfilling to see that as a former Rangerette. So.
Okay. Always progressing?
Yes, absolutely. As a coach, you want your athletes to be better than you ever could be or ever were. So, and they are.
Fair enough. Coach, what was something that you were looking forward to heading into your first year as the cross-country coach?
All the goals.
Or was there something that you were nervous about, maybe?
I know the girls have really big goals, and I want them to attain those, and I want to help them do whatever possible to get those goals. So, a lot of pressure, but the best pressure. I'd rather it be that than having to, you need to get to practice, you need to do this. Like, they're doing it all.
You don't want to let them down.
Don't want to let them down.
You don't want to be the thing that causes a problem, right?
No, they're a great group. I'm very blessed.
All right, here we go. We're going to do some rapid fire. Y'all ready?
Always.
It's been a while for you.
Let's go.
It's been a long time for you, Coach. I made it real easy. I didn't do anything crazy. It's going to be the same ones that we did with Coach Nuggs, but
I won't peek.
we're going to make the old man go first.
All right, let's do it.
Age before beauty. What's the best thing for breakfast?
Pancakes.
Good answer. Coach?
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah, you-
Oh gosh. I don't know. I've been into French toast lately.
Oh, that's a good answer.
Very good answer.
I make it.
That's way better than a pancake.
Yeah, I make
Little
some
powdered
good French
sugar.
toast.
Favorite color?
Probably blue.
Pink.
All right. Favorite food?
Chicken fried steak.
That's a good one.
Fried chicken.
Fried chicken. Look at that. You're getting some good answers here. Favorite type of music?
1950s to 1985 country music, baby.
Country. All right. Oh, it's like old school, right? Outlaw country.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, nice.
How about you?
I'm a 70s rock girl.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Doobie Brothers, kind of that. Yeah. Okay. All right. Would you guys rather run a mile or take a 10-minute ice bath?
Neither.
You got to do one or the other, Coach.
I'll take the mile as long as I don't have to.
If there's a scoop of ice cream at the end of the mile, that's what you're going to do.
I'm on.
Can we walk the mile?
Yes.
Miles
How
a mile.
about you, Coach Thompson?
I do the mile.
You do the mile. All right. If you were to star in one of the next movie, one of these franchises, which franchise would you pick? The Marvel or Barbie?
You'd make a good Ken
I'm
doll.
telling you. I had to go Marvel.
Go Marvel. All right. Coach Thompson, how about you?
I'd go Marvel.
You go Marvel?
Yeah.
You look like a Marvel girl.
Thank you.
All right. Finish this sentence for me. I am afraid of.
My wife. I'm with you right there. And I'm kind of scared of your wife, too.
How about you, Coach?
God, I'm afraid of frogs.
You're afraid of
I'll
frogs?
put it out there.
You
Yeah.
know what? I know somebody that you'd be best friends with. Somebody that does not
I know
like
exactly
frogs.
who you're talking
You know what I'm
about.
talking
If anybody cares, Coach Martin is afraid of spiders. I'll never forget that interview either. So,
Yeah, he is afraid of. That's pretty funny.
not that you need to go mess with him, but
I would not mess with him. I wouldn't say it. I wouldn't bring it up. Have you seen him?
nor would I.
Have you seen him this summer?
I was happy to see him on the field last week.
Man, whew. Man, looks like he's still strap on the helmet and go play in a pro game. All right, guys, thanks for coming in. Best of luck to you all this season, and that was a lot of fun. It's always good to see you
That
guys.
was good.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
And next up on the rundown, Coach Long's been anxiously waiting on the sidelines. Talk about some volleyball next. And welcome back to Rooster's Backyard. Now we've got Coach Emily Long talk about a little bit of volleyball with us this evening. Coach Long, this is your 7th year as head coach for Greenwood. In the time, you brought us 3 district championships. Congratulations on that.
Thanks.
As we look forward to this year.
Yes. So this year, I'm expecting us to do really good. So this year we have 9 returning players. So that's really nice. We're already seasoned. So I kind of feel like we're kicking off where we ended last year. We don't have to go back and start anything. Everybody knows what I expect, and we're just moving forward. So I think that compared to the last season, we're like milestones above it from where we started last year.
Okay.
So,
Already kind of have a benchmark set up.
yes.
Yeah, kind of
Starting
tracking.
point.
Yeah, kind of tracking your program over the last several years, especially since you took kind of the helm. That's the most returning starters you've had just about.
It is.
You had one that was close, but you've never really had 9. You usually have,
Like
4,
6. Yeah.
maybe, coming in. But you brought back a lot of lettermen from last year.
Yes.
So, yeah. Speaking of that, walk us through your roster and talk about some of the players you're expecting big things from this year.
So this year we have 8 players that are seniors and 2 managers that are seniors. So we have a lot of expectations for them right there, especially what they put on themselves. So one of our seniors that has been there for 4 years, of course, is Emily Jones. Her freshman year, she was like newcomer of their district. Her sophomore year, she was like outstanding setter. Last year, she was district MVP. So just seeing what she does this year, she led us in assist and in kills last year. So just watching her dominate on the floor and then spread that passion to the other girls on the team is something that's really awesome to see. I love the freshmen when they come up and their goals are like to be like Emily. They want to, or the 8th graders. I mean, that's one of the things they're like, am I pushing that ball out to them like Emily does? And I'm all, not quite, but we're going to get you there, but I mean, cause she could push it really far. So she's one of the ones that of course we're all watching. Maggie Mason, is doing really good. Over like last year in, off season, she was stuffing people left and right. And so people were like, what do I need to do? I'm like, well, don't set it right in front of her, make her have to move to you because you're not going to get out of her big O hand range when she's blocking you. Another person that I was super excited to see play this year was Angel Smith, but she broke her pinky.
Oh, no.
The other week in practice. She's already had her surgery and she got 4 pins put in it. She is a beast at that net. And so that was one of the first things that people noticed when we were playing, and they're like, that girl's on the sideline. That's too bad, coach. And they were all cheering inside. And so, but hopefully she'll make it back by the end of district, couple last games and playoffs. So
That was a key cog there.
it is very key. And then Kimmy McConnell, she was one of our defensive specialists last year. She can really hit the ball really well, but she loves the back row, and she is just a dog at it. She loves to get from sideline to sideline and dive and take those balls and hit the wall. It never stops. So it's really exciting to watch her. Azul and Clara, they're both setters. Last year they were they're both seniors. Last year they were pretty timid coming in, but this year they're not at all. They got some fire in them, and they're just doing really good stuff. Lexi Stewart played a lot of middle and right side last year, but with Angel down, she's having to really take part of that middle role from her, and she's doing really good things. I've always moved her like to where their big hitter was because her block is phenomenal. So she's having to adjust a little bit in the middle. And then we have a sophomore that's coming up, or that is there, is Andrea Bear. She is doing really good things. I think she shocks herself sometimes. Like the other day in Graham, she had this like super amazing hit. And I think it shocked her more than like it was so awesome. And so just seeing her do that really good stuff makes me really excited for her future. So
It's exciting.
Yeah, Em gets real excited for a big hit, especially if she's the one doing the
Yes.
setting. And, Ashlyn Lang, Kaylee McDonald, I mean, some of the better hitters that the district has seen over the last few years. And, she comes up and just shoved them, and, they didn't move. And I think the first time she shoved Andrew, she's like, I can't do that.
Yeah, like she flew.
She wasn't expecting it, and them sent her about 6 feet. So, yeah. But she is. And she was one of the girls who got all tournament.
Right.
At Graham. So.
She did. They're doing good stuff. So in our Monahans tournament, Emily and Maggie both got all tournament team. And then in Graham, Emily and Andrew got all tournament team. So we go to Elgin this weekend. So I'm hoping
3 for 3.
we get some more.
Yeah,
it'll be neat.
For sure.
Okay. Coach, lots of things to certainly look forward to with all the returning starters. What excites you the most about the upcoming season?
Just the work ethic that I know that like Coach Thompson talked about that a little bit. This senior class, I would say they outwork every class above them and so far below them. And their leadership is just phenomenal. They really, they set the bar high, and it's really awesome because you get to see those younger girls come in, and then they already know, just watch them, what's expected, and they're doing their job. So that's really nice.
Okay.
Coach, what have you seen so far through, the couple of scrimmages and the handful of games that you guys have already kind of put on the books?
I don't know, just lots of good stuff. Like some areas we have to work on, but mostly really good stuff, especially this early in the season. And so just watching their grind and the way that they want to fix it and make it better, and they don't want to stop, and mediocre is not okay. And they just want to take it to the next level. We have 4 girls that are trying to go play next year after they graduate, and so I've been emailing some coaches. They've been reaching out, so it's really fun to see them be super excited about their future in volleyball and their passion of it on the floor. It really shows.
Yeah.
Coach, it sounds like you've got a lot of returning leadership coming. How important is that on the summer workouts for the volleyball team?
Summer workouts, as you know, when volleyball starts for us, we hit the road running. So within the first week, we've already played 6 scrimmages. So we've only been in it, 3 weeks, and we've played 15 games in 6 scrimmages, gone to 2 tournaments. So it's really super important that you go in the summer because you don't have time to catch up or to get into shape. You got to already be ready. So it's summer workouts, very important.
Coach, you've got a new staff, right? So, new assistant, new JV, new freshman coaches. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the changes and what it's like working with that new group?
Okay. So our JV coach, she's not new to Greenwood. She was at the middle school, and she worked down there a couple, 4 years or so. But she's always been a high school track coach. So she's just a great coach. She knows volleyball really well. That's Coach Saavedra. So she's our JV coach. She's doing a really good job of leading those girls and pushing them to where they're ready to come to me next year or next season. So that's my JV coach. Our freshman coach is Coach Christ. Coach Christ is an all-American softball player. And so she's had great leadership in front of her. And she's a great coach. Hearing her, her huddle talks and the way she, her pregame and after game talks that she does to the girls is really good. You can just tell that she's had great mentors in her life on coaching. So just watching her in the Monahans tournament, watching her fall in love with the game of volleyball was so fun because they had a really close match, and we were having to do some stuff and plan, and it was super energetic. And so she was like, this is so much fun to coach because it's so much faster than softball. So I think we're making her a believer.
I can see that.
Yeah. And then my assistant is Coach Strambler. Coach Strambler played 4 years in college all the way through, and then she went overseas and played for 2 seasons or for 2 years overseas. Just watching her bring all that knowledge back to the girls and pushing them to that next level is something that she's doing, and it's really fun. She brings a lot of energy to it. So I think the girls have really, loved having her presence there. Yeah. Definitely.
Cool. Coach, with 6 years under your belt, working on year 7, what's something that you really look forward to each season?
My favorite part of the season is our very first practice all together.
First practice?
Yes. So, and it doesn't come the first day of 2 days. It comes the 4th or the 5th day of 2 days because the first 3 days, all my varsity is having to help with the tryouts and stuff like that. So coaches can judge and not have to throw balls the whole time and stuff like that. And so our very first practice together, it just gets me super excited and gives me goosebumps for the season because I can just see all the possibility that we have. So that is my favorite part of the season, our very first practice all together.
All right, good answer. I like that. All right, Coach, ready for some rapid fire questions?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Best thing for breakfast?
Always French toast.
French toast. That's 2 French toast, Josh.
Yep.
Favorite color?
Do what?
Favorite color?
Sparkle.
Oh,
Anything sparkly.
Oh, anything sparkle.
sparkle of color?
It's a color.
Okay, all right, we'll take it as a color. Favorite food?
Chicken parmesan.
Okay. Favorite music?
Christian music.
Okay. Would you rather run a mile or take a 5-minute ice bath?
Oh, definitely an ice bath.
Okay. And which movie in the next sequence would you rather star in? With the Marvel franchise or the Barbie franchise?
Marvel.
Marvel? Mm-hmm. Okay. And then I am afraid of
Snakes.
snakes. All snakes?
Well, I'll just kill all snakes.
All snakes.
Yes.
Okay, all snakes. All right, that's a good answer. That's an easy one.
Yes.
I'm glad to let you get prepared by setting you over here and picking everybody else's answers apart.
Coach, I can't let this go. If you have the 64 box of crayons and sparkle is one of them, what color would that be if you pick it out of the box?
Like a sparkly pink
Okay.
Okay, sparkly pink.
or red.
I like red.
I know.
I do like
okay.
red.
We'll go in the red sparkly family.
I was going to wear a red hat also, and I was like, you know what? It's just too much.
It's a lot of red.
It's too much. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, but it's too much for my crowd. I didn't want to alienate anybody. So, you know how it goes.
Coach Long, as always, we appreciate your time coming on the show to have a little bit of fun with us. Good luck this year. We'll be rooting you on and getting ready for district. And up next, we've got AD head coach Brian Hill coming at you next. Welcome back. I didn't think we were ready, but we are. Welcome back to Ranger Rundown here at Rooster's Backyard. Wrapping things up, we've got head coach AD Brian Hill. Get us up to speed on Ranger football. Had a couple of scrimmages and
it's good to be back.
Lots of practice
On the field, Ranger Rundown.
You obviously didn't wear a red shirt.
I did.
We didn't
I
plan
was out of
this.
that group text.
I've got one. I'll loan you one. I know there's not a lot of red in your.
I'm more of a Navy Columbia guy.
See, I enjoy the red.
I got my neutral white
Red
on.
in Columbia is.
Well, you're wearing a jacket.
You're a Houston Oiler guy.
All those retro throwback jerseys are so sweet.
He threw out Houston Oilers.
Well, yeah, the retro, man. That was some sharp uniform.
Anyway, Coach Hill is starting his fourth year as athletic director and head coach, coming off his second straight district champion and first state quarterfinal appearance last year. So, if anybody needed an introduction.
If anybody wasn't aware of the man sitting next to us and the accomplishments of the Ranger program since he's been here. So, are you fired up?
I am. It's great. It's great to get back on the field. Great to start school again. Great to be back on the Ranger Rundown. And it's game week. We finally made it.
That's it.
I didn't think it would ever going to get here. But
Hey, Coach, I'm going to tell the listeners, if they don't know, you have two voices. You have the voice that you hear on the Ranger Rundown because that's his football voice, and then he's got a normal voice the rest of the year when he's not yelling during football practice.
I was doing pretty good, and then into last week got me.
Yeah?
It caught up with me.
You know what? As Park gets and Sully gets a little bit older, you might have that football voice the rest of your life.
A little bit longer.
That might become the permanent voice.
I was letting Coach Martin do all the yelling, but I couldn't do it anymore.
I saw you got excited Thursday night.
It happened.
That was good. Not a problem.
Well, it's great to be back. Fourth year. putting this together. And I would say it gets better every year, but this episode, Josh and I have really just kind of
Y'all killed it.
thrown all professionalism to the wayside and jumped back to some of the earlier days.
Y'all done a tremendous. The segues have been spot on. I mean, they really have.
Well, apparently you're stuck with us. People ask during the summer, hey, are you guys going to do the Ranger Rundown and still announce football games? It's like, well, nobody's told me not to yet.
There you go. You're
So
back.
I guess we've still got the job.
Yeah,
Lifetime contracts.
I'll do it as long as Josh keeps driving me to football games.
Yeah, we don't want you driving.
And I don't want to drive.
Terrible driving record.
All right, that's enough.
Here we go.
Coach, you ready to get started?
Let's go.
All right, walk us through your roster because it's going to look different, and talk about some of the players you're kind of expecting big things from this year.
Yeah, you're just starting on defense. We on paper we're returning 3 starters: Andrick Rodriguez at corner, Lane Wilhelm at the defensive tackle spot, and obviously Reese Watzel at the linebacker. But we've gone through some position changes with Andrick. He's going to be primarily on the offensive side of the ball this week, and unfortunately Lane he rolled his ankle last week, and so probably going to be without him on Friday night. So we're looking at Reese Watzel and 10 new faces on defense, and so that's probably daunting for most programs to walk into somewhere with 10 new starters, but just because we're short on experience doesn't mean we're short on talent. And the back end, Wyatt Weems is a sophomore. He's done a tremendous job at the free safety spot. We have a move-in too, actually, from the greater Houston area. Christian Bailey has done just a tremendous job at the strong safety. We do now.
We got Beckham last year.
Yeah,
It's just we don't get girl move-ins. I see.
But Christian Bailey and his brother Nehemiah Torres, and Nehemiah's playing corner, doing a great job for us as well. Tristan Bynum's on the other side, and Jaden Hobbs. Jaden Hobbs was a spot player for us last year. He kind of made a name for himself in the Graham game. He came in against Brock and did a good job for us. And when Joey Vasquez graduated, Jaden he had one of the best scrimmages I've ever seen. Forced some turnovers, had some big tackles for us. Did a great job against Memorial last week, and so we're excited about that. Obviously, Reese Watzel is a returner, 3-year starter or 3-year letterman, and 2-time All-State, with the football and the baseball last year. And I know we'll talk about leadership here in a little bit, but Reese is second to none. He commands the locker room. He does a great job. He barks and bites when he needs to, and he loves you up when the situation warrants it. Like he's tremendous in every sense of the word. And then Austin Arredondo is another sophomore, going to play some middle linebacker for us this week. So, and he's grown tremendously under Reese's tutelage. So he's done a great job. And then up front, there's a lot of new faces. Cannon Chandler's a sophomore at defensive tackle. He's going to play some tackle and nose this week. Jose Caps at defensive end. Obviously, we're going to miss Lane Wilhelm. Cade Tiefertiller is a name that got a lot of meaningful reps last year, not necessarily in a starting role, but definitely going to start this year.
He was definitely a rotational guy. He was in a lot.
Yeah, he took 400 or 500 snaps last year. So maybe not a starter on paper, but definitely somebody that's seen the football field a lot. And so, like I said, definitely going to hurt with all the graduated 8 on defense and 10 new faces, but we're definitely not short on talent. And I think we saw a big jump from scrimmage 1 to scrimmage 2 on that side of the ball. So we're excited. And then moving to the offense, Jackson Otis, boy, he got in the end zone 3 times last week against Memorial, ran the ball well, he caught the ball well out of the backfield. And that's not something a lot of running backs can do. You're either, a pass catcher that runs the ball, or you're a running back that sometimes luck into catching a check down route. And Jackson, really, he can do both. He had a tremendous scrimmage. Andrick, we talked about Andrick, started 14 games for us at corner last year, and he's going to take the helm. It's big shoes to fill with Lincoln Madrid graduating, but Andrick's had a great camp, and we're excited about what he can do. And on the outside, we'll have Hayden McNutt, who's we've missed him the last 2 scrimmages with an ankle injury, but we're hoping to get him back in spurts against Jim Ned. But on the outside, Grayson Leatherwood has done a tremendous job, another sophomore on the outside that's got just elite speed. He can run with anybody. And today in practice, I mean, he made a great catch in the back of the end zone. So we're really, really excited about that. And then Trip Martin has taken some. He's kind of our Swiss Army knife a little bit. He's taken reps at quarterback. He's taken reps at running back. He's taken reps at slot receiver. He started the year at strong safety, so he can play in the secondary some too. So we're excited for another sophomore, Trip Martin, and the year that he could potentially have. And we'll visit about our tight end here in a little bit, but Tate Bearden's done a great job for us thus far at the tight end spot. And then this is the most experience that, at least in my 4 years, that we've had at the offensive line. There's going to be 4 senior starters on the offensive line, and so that just anytime you can bring back that number of snaps, that number of reps, it makes you feel a whole lot better as a coach. But Jake Tedder, Caleb Carroll, Josh Britton, all of those guys have done a great job leading that offense. When you lose guys like Dylan Payton and Nathaniel Romero, obviously Lincoln Madrid, Aaron Carbajal up front, it's just a lot of leadership that crossed the stage in May. And so Jake has done a great job stepping up to the challenge. Caleb Carroll, I'm not sure anybody in our program has matured like Caleb. He's done a tremendous job. Josh Britton doesn't say a whole lot, but he just goes to work every single day, and he's kind of one of those nasty offensive linemen that you want on your side of the ball, not on the other side. And then the other senior is Manny Salas. He's done a great job filling in that left tackle role for Jaden Colvert, another senior that graduated that we're going to miss. And then Chris Delgado, another sophomore, is going to start for us at the right guard position. And another one that doesn't have any varsity experience, but just a tremendous football player, has really latched on to the aforementioned seniors. And, he may be a sophomore in the classroom, but he definitely doesn't play like that on the field. So we're excited for Friday night and throw some guys into the fire rather quickly, but I think we're going to come together quick. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Coach, my question on the sheet is, what are you most excited about for the upcoming season? But I want to let you people know that there's not a teleprompter behind the camera. If you can't tell that Coach Hill loves football and he can rattle off all these names and positions and what excites him, then maybe we need to figure out what program y'all are watching. But
it's a lot of film.
I think
time.
It's a testament.
A lot of film.
Just to the amount of effort that you and your coaching staff put into these kids to make them what they are. So, and I think we're going to get into maybe some differences between last year's team and this year's team here in a little bit. But going back to the question, what excites you the most about this season?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at our roster, we're going to be 25% of our rosters are sophomores, and we've got 12 juniors and 21 seniors. So, you're looking at half of your roster is going to be underclassmen, and so I think with that, like I said, like some coaches may see that as daunting and a lot of trepidation going into the season, but I think our staff sees it as an opportunity. Like, what an opportunity to grow week to week, and we already saw that. I mean, if I'm being frank, we did not look good in our first scrimmage, but the jump we made from scrimmage 1 to scrimmage 2 was exponential. And so if we can continue making those sizable jumps by the time we hit district and the playoffs, I think we can be hitting on all cylinders. So to answer your question, as a coach, I just think the growth you see, especially from younger players, is what keeps you coming back day after day after day, and knowing that it may look like this for a little bit, but ultimately those gains are going to outweigh the setbacks.
Sure. Yeah. Going back to the differences between the first and second scrimmage, a scrimmage is not meant to win, right? It's meant to, let's go figure out what plays we can execute well, which plays we can execute at a 90% level that we can work on, and which ones do we throw out of the playbook.
Yeah,
so,
and which kids respond.
Understand that, if you lose a scrimmage, doesn't really matter.
It's a starting point, for sure.
We have some learnings from it that obviously you guys are able to key in on and grow with. So,
well, that's fortunate because we almost threw out all the plays after that Graham scrimmage. So we're back, though. We're back. We're excited.
Well, so you mentioned that, Coach. What have you seen from them so far? We talked a little bit about the individuals, some guys that you're going to have to step up, but kind of as a team, what are maybe some characteristics you've already seen early in camp?
Yeah, going back to last year with the record, I don't know that we were punched in the mouth that much, and so kind of getting that experience early against a really, really talented Graham team, I think is going to pay huge dividends. And I was really curious, like, are we going to step up and answer the bell and have a good second scrimmage, or are we going to kind of tuck our tail, feel sorry for ourselves, and have another poor outing? And so I was incredibly pleased with our leadership from our seniors, incredibly pleased with the growth, both X's and O's, but also from a leadership perspective of Andrick Rodriguez. He really shouldered a lot of that blame and did a tremendous job in week 2. And I think we're going to be a team that kind of feeds off that energy. And so, some of those scrimmages, there's some rules about you can't blitz this, you can't do this, whatever else. And so when we were finally able to turn our guys loose a little bit more, some good things happened, and we fed on that energy early. And so I'm excited to see how we respond and, come back after a good outing against Jim Ned.
Yeah.
Coach, we've talked a little bit about experience, leadership. When you look at maybe 2 of those possibilities, if you want to add in another, by all means. But what's maybe the hardest thing to replace that we had last year with this year's team?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the experience key or piece is huge, because that's not something you can coach. Like, you can coach a down block, you can coach on this route concept, you have a post or, progressions, key read, like, you can coach all that, but you can't coach, gosh, I don't know. Lincoln probably took 1,500 or more reps at quarterback over the last 3 years. And Andrick probably has 15 or 20 maybe, you just can't coach that. And so, across the board, that experience is something that we're really, really going to miss. Top down, both sides of the ball. But I don't think the leadership void is going to be as big as one might expect, because the last year seniors were such good leaders. They did a great job of passing the torch. They gave guys like Jake Tedder and Caleb Carroll and Reese Watzel and Andrick Rodriguez, Lane Wilhelm, they gave those guys the opportunity to lead and kind of take the reins as we got, throughout the season. And so, because they were such great leaders, I feel like we have a strong leadership class this year, and I think that'll get passed on to the year after, so on and so forth.
Pay it forward, right?
A little bit.
Coach, a little bit off of football. I was kind of interested in this, so that's why I put the question in here. But tell us how you spend your summer as an AD and head football coach, because for those of you that might not know, you're up there in the office quite a bit. So, how do you spend that summertime?
I'm just a tremendous husband. I spend a lot of time vacuuming.
I knew there was a reason he was looking.
I do a lot of laundry without being asked. I wash a lot of dishes and just do everything I can to take the burden off my wife, And so I don't ask for credit. Nobody pats me on the back. I do it because I'm a model husband.
There is a benefit of
you saw the opportunity and took it, didn't you?
Yeah, I ran with it.
There is a benefit of having the playground right next door.
No doubt.
With a fence.
Yeah. It helps. Yeah, that's where
That'd be nice too.
That's where summer sends you.
That's nap time. That's right. Lock the gate. No, it's a lot of football. We're excited. We give them a couple of weeks off, but welcome them back. We do a lot of summer workouts. Fortunately, that includes a lot of football to keep the coaching staff and us occupied and engaged. But I think all of us try to get away from the grind a little bit and kind of recharge our batteries and sneak off to coaching school in July when we can, and then hit the ground running August 3rd this year.
All right.
Coach, let's maybe shift gears just a little bit, talk about Coach Brown and the staff, as well as himself, does keeping the players healthy on the field just in top condition there.
Yeah, well, his job got nothing but more difficult this year with the UIL making the wet bulb globe temperature, and that's a conversation we can have at a later rundown.
I was going to ask that.
Yeah.
Maybe not the first
That
one.
went from a recommendation and a set of guidelines to the letter of the law. And so he does a great job keeping up with the heat, and it's all about student safety and making sure that not just football, but all our sports, particularly this time of year, the cross countries and the tennis, team tennis, the people that are outside are well taken care of, hydrated, and have opportunities to cool off. And so, Coach Brown, Coach Hagelstein, Coach Baxter at the middle school, they all do a great job. And then football is, there's going to be nicks and bumps and bruises, and he does a great job getting them back on the field, doing a lot of preventative maintenance, and we're very fortunate to have Coach Brown and his staff.
Coach, what is something that you look forward to the most starting each season?
I think, like, selfishly, it's the success stories that we see, and I kind of referenced it earlier. Like a guy like Tate Bearden. Tate Bearden he's a senior this year. He comes to work and punches the clock every single day, and doesn't get his name in the paper much. Made a hand for us on the JV last year, and just got better and better and better every single week. And got a chance to get on the field in the playoffs last year, and now he's starting at tight end. He graded out at 91% and had 5 pancakes at the tight end position against Friendship. I mean, like, when you can meet a young man as an 8th grader and just watch him continue to improve, and he loves Greenwood, he loves football. Like, those are the success stories that I think it brings all coaches, regardless of sports, coming back day after day. And so, shout out to Tate, but that's just one example. There's hundreds of them in the Greenwood program that are pretty special success stories.
Yeah, I can see that, and that answer doesn't surprise me, but I hope it surprises somebody else, because it goes back to what Josh was talking about, just the fact that knowing players that were on JV and watching them throughout the course of the year, and understanding the work they put into it to get here is just, I think, another example of how invested you and your staff are in our kids here. So.
We have great coaches for sure, and tremendous kids.
Yep.
Growth and development, Coach, that's what it's all about. How about give us one word to describe this year's squad and why?
Oh, wow. I think potential, and that may be like a pretty cliche answer, but, we go back to 25% of the roster is in 10th grade and can't even drive yet. And then, 50% of them are not seniors. And so, like that first scrimmage, it was rocky, and that's putting it bluntly. But you saw that growth. And so the potential is there to meet or exceed anything that we accomplished last year if we continue to improve. And so I'm excited to watch them grow. I'm excited to watch our leadership continue to develop. Like guys like Jackson Otis, vocal leaders, like continue to push the guys and steer it in the right direction, and watch them stop, I guess, becoming a coach-driven team and becoming more and more player-driven. And with guys like Reese Watzel and Lane Wilhelm and Christian Bailey, like even some of those guys just making this their team. I'm excited to see it.
Okay.
Coach, one of your themes has always been Greenwood is one of one. We talked to some of the coaches here. They talked about the community of Greenwood. I think Coach Snuggs mentioned it first about just how special it was when she started here and became a part of this Greenwood community. We had a big thing last night. We had the Meet the Rangers, Rangerettes. A lot of people came out in the sweltering heat, set up in those stands with no shade to support the team financially and things like that. What were your thoughts on the Meet the Ranger yesterday?
It never ceases to amaze me, and that's not a 30-minute event. I mean, people were setting up early in the morning with the Booster Club putting up the flags, and then all the way through the vendors setting up. I mean, the place was packed at 4:00, and we didn't finish till 8:30 maybe, and you mentioned it. It was 137 degrees out there, I think, especially on those bleachers. And they support with their wallets, they support with their voices, they support with their time and energy and effort going to cheer us on at road games. And there's nowhere like Greenwood. I've been to a lot of places, and it's not like it is here. This is, you mentioned it, truly one of one, and we were incredibly fortunate to live and work in a community like this.
Guys, I just told Char to make sure he stay hydrated, because no one can auction like Char, so make sure you keep hydrated, big man.
He's a jewel. We got to take care of him.
All right, Coach, you ready for rapid fire? We hadn't done it in a while.
Let's do it.
You ready? All right. Summer's favorite flowers are.
Why are you doing this to me? Hydrangeas.
That
was
is
just kidding.
That is.
I was just
incorrect.
kidding.
Okay.
That's not even the right question.
I was just seeing if you knew the answer. Tulips. I don't know.
Orchid.
Daisies.
Orchid's the only one I know.
Daisies. That's what I said. I said daisies. It sounded like hydrangea.
I heard daisies.
I don't know what a hydrangea is.
All right. Best thing for breakfast. Let's get to the real questions. Best thing for breakfast.
Bacon and eggs.
Bacon and eggs. How do you cook your eggs?
Over easy.
There you
Over easy.
go.
Favorite color?
Blue. Navy. Blue.
Red. Favorite food?
Medium rare ribeye.
Okay. That's very specific.
With mashed potatoes.
With mashed potatoes. Gravy or no gravy?
Gravy.
Gravy.
Always.
All right. Favorite music?
90s country.
Okay. So you and Robinson don't hang out and listen to the same country?
Oh, he's a little.
Oh, he was 50s to
He was
70s.
50
He's
to
classic.
85, something like that. He was very specific.
He was
Something
50 to
happened in
85.
1985 that turned country
That's
music
like
off.
Ernest Tubb. Yeah, that's old school.
All right, Coach, would you rather run a mile or take an ice bath?
Mile.
And which movie franchise would you rather be in, Barbie or Marvel?
Ooh, I think Marvel.
Somebody's got to go Barbie.
I couldn't
I
get
think
anybody to
Marvel.
say Barbie. I'm going to have to change my question up. All right, last one. I am afraid of
The heights.
heights.
That wasn't the case when I was younger, but the older
I
was
feel
on the
you.
ladder the other day. I thought I was gonna,
He mocks me. I don't like
Heights.
I don't like heights anymore.
couldn't do it.
Something about them. Yeah.
God.
You know this.
Couldn't be a fireman.
You mock me.
Well,
do
I mean, yeah, I can't complain. I don't really like.
It's a long way to
Like
the bottom.
heights
Well, not like heights like 6 feet. You know, I'm talking like
Right. No, I agree.
a height that's going to, squish me like a bug. You know,
That's still applicable. But
you're not as tall as you think you are. You're shrinking, my friend. Nah, Coach.
right.
That's all the questions we got. We're looking forward to Friday night and
Thank
seeing
you,
what
guys.
you guys have in
Good to
store
be
for-
back.
Yep.
It is. It's so much fun to get to do this again with my friends. So.
Yep, on the road next 2 weeks, both in Lubbock. Come join us. If you can't make it, then obviously we'll be live with Coach Thomas and his crew for both those games until we have a home game.
Yeah, home game
Which I
Friday
think
and
is-
then 2 road games, right?
Oh, home game. Oh, that's right.
home
We-
game.
We're at home this week.
That's right. I apologize.
Lubbock twice. Then
I didn't have that written down.
I was hoping we were on the road, but we were at home. So
home opener. 7 o'clock.
I get to go see Sarah if we're in Lubbock. So
yeah, Spankies every time we go to Lubbock.
and fried cheese.
Fried cheese. Not that Sarah's not wonderful, but
I
hope
appreciate
she's
the
watching
clarification.
this. I hope she's watching this.
Chances are slim, but she'll probably be watching it now. Anyway, Coach, we appreciate the time as always. We'll get back into the normal groove of the season. Hopefully, we'll go deep into December, and you get to
Amen.
hear lots of us.
Let's do it.
yep. Okay, guys, that's the end of episode 1, season 4 for the rundown. Thanks to Coach Thomas, as always, for putting this together and for all of our sponsors. We're going to have many sponsors this year. Apparently, we're going to have to name some first downs and touchdowns. And
Let's do it.
No pressure.
we're really stepping up.
do it.
You're going to see how poorly Josh and I are at our job. Make sure that you subscribe to GSN so that way you don't miss any content or live streams that Coach Thomas's group is putting out.
And again, thank you for Rooster's Backyard. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Greenwood Stream Network.